Most important thing is to acknowledge how noisy everything is. The things that I do to quite literally step back. So at the end of the day, I do my day job and then I take a break before I do any work for my nonprofit. And in that break is when I really take time for myself and just declutter the garbage that I pick up from the day job by just meditating, doing fun things that I like to do, or just not doing anything. That time, however I determine to use it, is for me to recharge and express in that moment. Then it's coming back and really taking a look at, what did I learn today?
Day, giving gratitude, finding things to be grateful for, connecting with people, with relationships, close ones and also new ones, developing those relationships. I'm a cheerleader for anybody who's an entrepreneur because it's a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
What we do is not easy, and a lot of times give up too soon. Just keep going. You're going to reach your goal. Go along a few curves here and there, but
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
During a time
Yes.
like we need it now more than ever. And I also think a lot of times people are like, well, you're gonna have to choose one, right? Like you need to be either a teacher or an innovator. And I say, no, why aren't our teachers, why aren't our nurses, why aren't our people that are at the ground level in the problem the people that are innovating, and why don't our systems allow for that type of innovation? And so
maybe that's why they're breaking down.
An owner of mine years ago said, watch the cents, the dollars will look after themselves. So when you break it down that much and show what your ROI could be, and you were talking like, okay, let's use that $30,000 a month number. So we're talking at $360,000 more in top line revenue every year for a $3 per head spend increase. That's live or die sort of money for restaurants.
And do the things that person would do to be successful, and you will have that success. Be, do, and have all that in your mind. See it clearly. Use all your emotions. How do you walk? How do you talk? How do you dress? Who do you interact with? What do you drive? And it's not materialistic. It's so that you can tell your subconscious mind, this is my new reality. And your subconscious mind starts to say, this is my new reality. Okay, let me get to work.
It's probably outside of the business realm on this one.
Please go.
You got to always make sure you have your emergency fund, because who knows what's going to happen. I thought I was dead set in a location of where it would be nearly impossible to get rid of me. And then the next morning I found myself with nothing. Be wise with money, be wise with leverage. Don't take on too many risks, because that can definitely hinder any type of leap or business venture that you might find yourself with. You want to make sure that you're just continuously in alignment for that.
At the beginning, I was looking more for people that were committed to the project, or that, okay, if you love the project, work on it. Maybe we can understand if we can give you some equity or understand how it could work. Then, and you just understand at the moment you have this shift in your mind that people just care about money. Unfortunately, most of the time, it's very, very hard to find people that have the same passion that you have for your product.
Going back to what I was talking about with relationships, there's so much that you can do in building and fostering positive relationships that isn't like a checklist item. Spending time with somebody, working through an issue with somebody, that's what builds and strengthens those relationships. And unfortunately for me internally, it naturally feels like, oh, this is a waste of time, but it's not. It's actually extremely valuable. So that's where I need to kind of check myself and help myself with.
Willing to unlearn what you think you know. It's what you think you know that creates the pain. It's based on the past experience. And again, we don't want to look in the past unless we're praising ourselves or learning from it, but we can't learn from it unless we ask the question. And when you don't know what the question is, don't try to find what the question is alone. Find people to venture with, find people to walk with. This pattern exists, and some people are great at cultivating and curating for themselves. And so be willing to unlearn what you think you know, and then open up to innovation.
That didn't work. That informs you. Do I keep trying it? It didn't work before, and I felt this way. Here was the outcome, discussing the results there. It just allows you to create your own system. That's something to help people find their own power. So often we feel powerless, or there's a saying, don't let people take your power away. So to create our own processes and systems internally that are steps to help us understand when we've tried something and when it's failed, how to measure the impacts and outcomes of our actions on our pathway to making the vision we want for ourselves and the broader world become a reality. The scientific method can give us that, and it's free.
So I'm finding that a lot of people are coming to this aha moment of we truly do need each other intentionally and not unintentionally. And I feel like the power of community is so big right now, from mental health to financial health to anything right now. Like, we are truly stronger when it's more of us. And I think that, this whole notion of I'm independent, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, nice in concept, but
not
actually,
in reality.
not in reality, right?